Welcome everyone to the last regular season episode of the Cardinals Fantasy Draft. However, this will not be the last episode as we have not only clinched playoff berth, but we've also clinched the division. In today's episode, just going to try to keep winning some games to hopefully clinch that number 1 seed. That first game is a Saturday night game against the Indianapolis Colts. Dwight Freeney could and will be tough to handle, but just got to make sure to always keep an eye on him, move away from him, and we should be good. Here are the highlights.
He'll keep it himself, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. One personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Has hot hands now, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get...
And he will get into the end. On the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. And that is caught.
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. There he goes, left side. 30, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return.
That was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there.
And he is in.
The quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. This game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The clock showing just one tick. This for the win. And off the upright and in care of.
So a 24-21 victory is good, but not great because game's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, if I'm going to be honest. But 15 for 19 for Plummer, 234 yards and a touchdown. Very good, good game, but nothing too special. Fred Taylor, 4 for 18 and 2 touchdowns. And, of course, T.O., the top receiver for us today. 5 receptions, 84 yards and a touchdown. Randy Moss, 2 for 51. So, Randy Moss wasn't there open all the time. Just throw it to T.O. It's a pretty good backup plan. Defensively, nothing too special. Just a very good all-around solid game from everyone. And now we're facing off against the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady is going to be an issue because he is a 98 or probably 99 overall right now. As in Tony Gonzalez is also a beast. Franchise mode, tight ends are OP. So we'll just have to see how things go. Here are the highlights.
Big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this one in for the air. Come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down.
Touchdown, Cardinals. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Taylor is into the end zone to remain for 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Right down near the 29, and they will score. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Giving up 6.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Cowboys force.
So a 35-0 victory. Took the gas off in the second half because we don't really need to, because we already clinched the 1 seed with this win, and also put Cliff Kingsbury in, took Plummer out, and that's why you can see his stats here. Cliff Kingsbury, 12 for 23, 160 yards and a pick. Not the greatest, but he's a back quarterback for a reason. Plummer, 7 for 9, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. And even tried to fake with Brian Moorman, but that did not work. Fred Taylor is very good for us, 6 for 78 and a rushing touchdown. Plummer was also good, 1 rush, 10 yards, 1 touchdown. Torrey Holt was our go-to guy today, 6 receptions, 114 yards, no touchdowns, but Randy Moss also did have 5 receptions, 102 yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, it's a pretty good 1-2 punch. Charles Woodson had 2 interceptions on the day. Starks had 1. And now it's time for the final game of the regular season, a game that thankfully doesn't matter for us, but does matter for the Seahawks. They're trying to get into the playoffs. We have no reason except to beat them, except make sure they don't. Here are the highlights.
Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he is all the way up past the... and pick up 6. Back to throw again. And that is...
Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is...
And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the 12-year... They'll drop to throw. He's got his man.
Noted the field goal way of doing it.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off around the 20. On first down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. McNabb. Quick slant to Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all
tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this one home. It's a tie.
It's hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And that is caught. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught.
So 35-24 victory. Even though we didn't need to, it still felt really, really good to beat the Seahawks. Kingsbury 10 for 14, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Plummer 7 for 8 and a touchdown. Pretty much treating this like a preseason game with the QBs. Plummer played the first half, Kingsbury second half. Fred Taylor 8 for 67 and a touchdown. Randy Moss is just being Randy Moss. 7 receptions, 137 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Charles Woodson 2 games in a row with an interception, and Adrian Wilson also had one. And yeah, obviously, we ended up winning the division, obviously clinching the number 1 seed. Next week we have a bye, but then after that, who knows who we'll face. I think we've played all the teams in the playoffs except for Falcons and Giants. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And the entirety of the playoffs will be coming out in the next episode. I don't know when it's going to be coming out, but next episode will be the entirety of the playoffs. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully it's long, because hopefully, obviously we make it to the Super Bowl, but you never know. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new. And it is JTB signing off.